This is Todd Steed. Welcome to Studio 865. My guest today is Robinella, Blount County's finest singer-songwriter. She's been described as a cross between, I've heard this many times, Billie Holiday and Dolly Parton. And I've always wanted to ask you, do you like those two singers, and is that, it's just a coincidence, or do you think that's accurate?
I don't know if it's accurate, but I like it.
Yeah, and it's rare to hear a mix between the Appalachian and jazz.
Probably.
But you sing all sorts of styles.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have a favorite that you like to sing, or?
I do like to sing jazz. I don't know. I like to sing country just as much. I listen to more country radio than anything else as far as radio, but I probably have more jazz albums.
Do you find that the audiences have trouble going? Because when I've been to your shows, and what I really love about it is that you're in all sorts of different genres. Do you think the audiences sometimes get confused or have trouble following the different styles, or?
Well, I'm confused, so they're probably confused too. No, I don't know. I think people just accept the way I am, and they like my music, and if they're there, they probably know what they came to see.
Yeah. Well, it all seems to be you at the end of the day. And that, I think, one of the things I've really noticed in your songwriting, you've really started to develop a voice in that as well. Have you been writing much lately, or what have you been?
I have. I'm getting ready for my to record my. Let's see, it's my 5th record.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and songwriting is still actually new to me. I mean, it's just the past few years I started writing songs, and so I'm trying to get better at it all the time, and I do more.
Well, do you remember the first song you wrote, and how did you feel about it?
Actually, the first song I wrote, I was here at the University of Tennessee campus, and I spent a lot of time at the BSU, the Baptist Student Union, and I wrote gospel songs. I wrote hymns, but they're actually kind of, now that I think about labeling like what style of music they were, they're probably country alternative, like hymns. And the first song I wrote was, what was called Thomas. And I wrote another song right after it called Rock of Ages, but it's different from the Rock of Ages that we all know. And I sang them in the Old City at an open mic night.
And what do you think about those songs now that you can look back years later?
I don't know. I hadn't thought about them much. You know what? I might dig them up. I wouldn't have a copy of them, but I could dig them out of my mind and try to see what they look like.
Could you remember stuff like that without copies of it?
Yeah.
Now, you've been writing a lot lately. Do you write consistently? Do you find you write all the time, or does it come in spurts, or what?
I don't do anything consistent, ever. And so no, probably my songwriting's not. But I write down, I keep a journal of ideas, and I'll write things down that I think would be good for songs, or thoughts that are special to me, and I'll go back and revisit, just if it's just sometimes just a couple of words. Yeah. And I'll look at those couple of words, and they might strike me that day, or I'll just be driving the road and think about something that I'd written down and think, I know what I could add to that, because I'm always daydreaming. So I'll just go back and add to, something and build on it. And some songs take 5 minutes to write, and some songs take a year.
Do you find there's a difference in the quality of the songs that take a year or 5 minutes? Or
there is. Yeah. Songs that take longer to write, you think about, I think structurally are a little more solid, and there might be more story to them, because I think it takes a longer time to tell a story. Yeah. And the songs that I write in 5 minutes that I think are worthy to perform, call my own, they're normally real simple. Right. They're just simple, but they're good. They're simple and good.
And you're going to be playing several songs for us here in a few minutes. One of them, you said you wrote this week.
Yeah, last week.
Was that a quickie?
That song took 2 days to write. Yeah. I have a song. Actually, I maybe should play a song that, in comparison to that one, it's called Left Right Back Together, that song. Or I have another song, maybe Maybelline. They both took very long time to write. And Left Right Back Together is probably my favorite song. That I'm most proud of that song, because I feel like lyrically it all makes sense. And there's some things, the way it's put together, I approve of. I like it. I played at a place called Barley's for over 6 years now, and we used to have some dancers come out and dance to our music, and they were swing dancers. And when I wrote this song, I had them in mind, and it's kind of a romantic song, but I guess I had their dance and their dance steps in mind, because the chorus are the dance steps that the swing dancers do when they're swing dancing. They go. So this is called Left Right Back Together. Do ba dum da da, do do dum da da da. Life was showing me again. It's hard to win, and I was listening to the band and waiting for my song. I was hoping for a dance from the man that I love best. He took me by the hand and whispered softly, come along. Step with your left, step with your right. One more step, it'll be alright. Grab my arm and hold on tight. Left, right, back together with you. His time and it was grand, and he sure could make me spend a lifetime past us by as we went waltzing in the wind. We took our share of chances with the dips and ducks and turns. When we'd fall back to the earth, we'd take the steps that we had learned. And step with your left, step with your right. One more step, it'll be alright. Grab my arm and hold on tight. Left, right, back together with you. A grandiose escape fortune, an eternal promenade. We landed on a cloud and all our troubles went away. With the music we did find a way to tidy up the day. Rarely worried, worn or weary. When we were, well, we would say, step with your left, step with your right. One more step, it'll be alright. Grab my arm and hold on tight. Left, right, back together with you. So we'll dance a dream together, always stepping side by side. Life of love and vision with the other there to guide. Step with your left, step with your right. One more step, it'll be alright. Grab my arm and hold on tight. Left, right, back together with you. Left, right, back together. Left, right, back together. Left, right, back together with you.
You don't consistently have a formula, it sounds like, for writing that you just write, but do you have a place that you like to go and sit down and shut off the world or to finish them?
No routine place, but I do like to be by myself. Yeah. It's hard to write a song, I mean, unless, I know sometimes I was about to use the word use, but sometimes it's nice to have someone to get started on a song. But normally if I get started writing a song with someone, they don't normally have the, I was telling you earlier I don't have much patience, but when it comes to a song I want it to be a certain way, and I do have a lot of patience for my songs. So if I start writing a song, they won't be able to stand it anymore because it's very detailed and tedious, the way I go about it. So I'll like dig in, I'll take stuff away from it and add stuff on and then reconstruct it, and it's kind of like the way you think about it. There's no rules to it, so someone that's working with you might be like, where are you going with this now, or what are you doing, and just lose an interest. So I'll normally finish a song like that, but I I have written a couple of songs where with another songwriter. I just wrote one the other day that we wrote really quickly. He showed me an idea he had, and he's like, I don't know what to do with this idea. And I said, well, you don't have to do it. It's already all done. And it just kind of got done in like 5 minutes.
And you've done a lot of co-writing, right? Or some? I
have. I've written songs with my friend Cruz Contreras. Yeah. We've written quite a few songs together, and we normally do. He does the music for a song, and I'll sing along, and then the chord changes. You know, we'll talk about it as I sing. I'll be like, and the songs can get written that way.
Do you ever work on lyrics with different people? I find that personally, I find it very difficult because I get very possessive about
it. It is hard to write lyrics. That's what I was telling you. This guy, I've just wrote a song with this other artist, Corby Linker, and it was his lyric. He was the first person. He's like, "Here's my lyrical idea." I was like, "That's good. I like that." And like, it's already done. And it's really simple because he showed me this. I wish I could pick up just show you like a piece of it.
You sure could.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll show you what he showed me.
Yeah.
He's like, here's my idea. If I say I love you, say I love you. If I say I love you, say I love you back. It's all I ask. And I was like, that's great. I go, it's all done. I go, next you say, if I say I need you. Or you could say, if I say I trust you. And then if I say I want you. And then we wrote, I ended up writing the verses, but the verses were just a little bit redundant, but it was like, from time to time, every now and then, again and again. If I say I want you, say I want you. So this is the first song I'd ever written with somebody else. It was like...
And are those...
And it was simple. It was so simple, but...
Are those lyrics coming... I'm wondering how you're going to deliver that when you record it, because it sounds like you go either way. If I say I love you, say it back. Is it almost a threat?
No, I think it's... I played it for my boyfriend, and he said it was the most codependent song he'd ever heard. Because he was like, it's pleading. It's supposed to be pleading. And I sang it faster than I think that I would record it, because it's going to be like, if I say I want you, say I want you back. And then it's all I ask is like, in a small voice, it's all I ask.
Sometimes those real simple songs can actually drive home the message the best.
Yeah. This song is called Everlasting Peace of Mind. They say I'm a drifter, directed by the wind. Well, I blow where I want to and what I want to now and then. Giving gifts, but I've thrown them all away to fill my soul with alcohol to make it through the day. Don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. I'll pick up all the pieces of what's left of me, and then I'll leave all this baggage and misery behind, profess my faith and live with everlasting peace of mind. They say I'm a lover, Casanova of today. Well, I love who I want to and then turn and walk away. Many hearts I've taken to replace the hole in mine. I close my eyes and kiss them, but they won't ease my weary mind. Don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. I'll pick up all the pieces of what's left of me, and then I'll leave all this baggage and misery behind, profess my faith and live with everlasting
resting, peace of mind. They say I'm greedy, that I lust for green and gold, a mansion on a hilltop, but if you knock, there's no one home. Well, I have money, but what I'm wishing for today is a life back with my family. For that I'd give it all away. Don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. I'll pick up all the pieces of what's left of me, and then I'll leave all this baggage and misery behind, profess my faith and live with everlasting peace of mind.
So when are you going to start recording this record? Where are you going to do it? And
Well, my record label and I had plans for December. December is really, it's getting close.
yeah. And when do you hope to have it finished? Maybe that's a better question.
Well, I'm sure my record label would think if we started in December, it sure better get done in December too.
Yeah.
But
Do you plan on this record to do mostly original compositions? Or you, because you always do some interesting covers. I've always enjoyed your mix of covers and originals, like doing Brand New Roller Skate,
Yeah, Brand New Key, yeah.
Brand New Key, yeah. That was like really inspired. What are you going to do mostly originals this time?
yeah, if not all originals, I was going to play today an idea for it. You have to tell me if you think it'd be a good cover song for my record. It's real country, but I was thinking about covering this one song in particular.
I have nothing against country music.
Okay.
Yeah, and which one is it?
It's Listen to the Radio.
Yeah. Don Williams?
Don Williams.
Yeah.
He didn't write it, but he made it a hit.
Apparently he didn't write several songs. That
He didn't write any songs.
Yeah, people thought he had written.
Well, he just sings them so well.
Yeah, he's an interpreter.
Yeah.
Guess as a lover I have a ways to go. When someone loves you, they should just say it's so. If you'll understand, you'll take my hand, then we can dance real slow to something on the radio. Listen to the radio. Oh, listen to the radio. Let's spend the night together. Baby, don't go. They play it on the radio. I try to find a way to explain to you what's on my mind and not sound so plain to you. You'll realize if you'll close your eyes, the feelings my words can't show. They're playing on the radio. Listen to the radio. Oh, listen to the radio. Let's spend the night together. Baby, don't go. They play it on the radio. say don't seem to sound as real. The songs they play, that's how I really feel. Listen to the radio, listen to the radio. Spend the night together, baby, don't go. They play it on the radio. Let's spend the night together, baby, don't go. They play it on the radio.
What about art? How's your art going? How do you balance the two?
Well, I'm always working on, I always have a project in my mind art-wise. Right now I'm working on a bunch of church paintings.
Right.
I've been collecting photographs of little insignificant churches from everywhere, and I've turned the churches into this graphic, and I'm making paintings of the churches and writing hymns on top of them.
Which do you spend more time on, your art or your music?
That's a good question. I think I probably spend more time on my art.
Is your music jealous?
No, but my music makes more money.
Yeah.
It feels good to make something.
Yeah.
A song is, you write it, but it's kind of something that's in the air and it's not real.
Yeah.
And a painting and a picture and a piece of art is something that you work on with your fingers, and then you can hold it in your hand.
And then, but on your records, you do most of your artwork for the cover of your CDs, right?
Yeah, I like to do that because I feel like that makes it all more me, the whole album.
Wandering soul, so-called dreamer, don't stop believing in your song. It's well worth the time to think of a rhyme, so seek, and your heart will find. And sing of wind, sing of rain, sing of leaves falling through the trees on an autumn day. Sing of husbands, sing of wives, sing of lonely lovers living out their lives. Sing of superstitions and shadows in the distance that leave you wondering why. And don't forget to sing about the misery and pain that make you cry. Surrender all, freely give, love, trust, and daily live. Feel the lyric of your song and see. Give yourself, feel the air, with truth and blessings everywhere. Still from somewhere deep in your soul, and surrender. Sing of superstitions, shadows in the distance that leave you wondering why. And don't forget to sing about the misery and pain. You cry, surrender all, freely give, love, trust, and daily live. Feel the lyric of your song and see. fully surrender.
Thanks so much for coming down to Studio 865, being our first guest.
You did a good job with the questions. Your mom's going to be proud.
Well, I hope so.
And I thought you sat up straight really well.
Yeah, I meant to.
I
do
did
that
too.
more. Yeah, all right, we'll practice that. You've been listening to and watching Studio 865. You've been listening on 91.9 WUOT FM, and you've been watching on UTTV. My name's Todd Steed. This is Studio 865. Our guest today has been Robinella. I do appreciate you coming in and playing some songs for us. Will you come back again? It sounds like you're very prolific, so maybe next time you can come back and bring some artwork with you. All right, Robinella is down with that, and we'll both sit up straight here for the very ending. Do tune in. Again, that's WUOT FM 91.9 and UTTV. This is Studio 865. I'm your host, Todd Steed, and we'll see you next time around.